good to see you guys. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me. I'm going to be using some fun colors, and if you're wondering what I'm wearing, I'm just wearing my normal like Victoria's Secret pajamas, but with this giant fluffy Peter Alexander Big Bird jacket. It's literally inspired by Big Bird. It was from the Peter Alexander Sesame Street collection, and I'm just wearing that on top. My hair's really flat because it's hair wash day later today, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just gonna go straight in with some foundation and we're gonna get ready together and have a chat with you guys and it'll be a good time. So this is the Lacura Skin Science Caviar Long Lasting Coverage Foundation and Concealer. I haven't actually used this concealer before, so I'll use it today for the first time with you guys. I don't really like the way this bottle is. Like, you just like literally just scoop it out like this. I feel like a pump would be a bit more hygienic, but whatever. And then it's really difficult to open, but this top thing, there's actually a concealer in here. And so it's really hard to open, but I shove my nail into the side and it pops. It's got a little mirror on the top if you want to like do your makeup on the go. And then there is the concealer. I've actually never used the concealer before. I've used this foundation a bunch of times though. But yeah, we're trying out the concealer together today for the first time. I'm excited to see what it's like. I'm going in with a buffing brush from Real Techniques because it's my favorite face foundation kind of brush. The only thing I don't like about the buffing brush from Real Techniques, honestly, is that it's actually not my favorite brush to wash. It kind of, like, I don't know, because it's such like a dense brush, it's not the easiest brush to wash all the product, like, especially like liquid foundation. It kind of sticks to a bristle, like a brush bristle. So this is like probably one of the more difficult brushes in my collection to wash. I feel like denser brushes like this one or like this one from Real Techniques as well. See how it's like a denser brush head? I feel like those are a little bit more difficult to clean. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this foundation. I've been wearing it for a couple of weeks now, and it's like my current go-to just because it is winter. This foundation is kind of, as you can probably tell, it's a little bit light for my skin tone, and so I'm wearing it in winter and like trying to use it up in winter because this is gonna look way too light on me in summer. This is quite buildable, but I just want to go like a medium coverage like this much, because if I do a full coverage, it's too light for my skin tone and it looks like a mask. So this is as good as we're gonna get, and you know, I'll just go in with some bronzer and it will look okay in the end. But like, as you can tell, like right now compared to my chest, it's like, it's significantly lighter, but this is kind of like, because this is an Aldi foundation, it was kind of hard for me to figure out in store if this was my shade or not. So I just like, I guesstimated and I thought this would be like dark enough for me. It's obviously not, but you know, you can't see, but there's a little like imprint in the lid in the concealer. This is my first time using the concealer. Let's see how it goes. Oh, okay. It's not as thick as I thought. It's kind of like an emollient layer, if that makes sense. I'm just using this little triangular flat brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to press it in with this. Okay. I don't need a lot of coverage. I just kind of wanted to see what this concealer was like. It's pretty much the exact same shade as the foundation, which is nice because it's not like it's too much darker or lighter or something. Like they're paired really well. The shade matches pair well with each other. Let's try a bit on the, it's kind of got like an oily consistency. Not oily, but like without being thick, it kind of gives decent coverage. Kind of interesting. I'm going to pat out with my fingers because this brush is just creating brush lines in my concealer, which is not what I'm looking for. Really interesting concealer, but I am a fan and I'll definitely be using this a bunch now. I don't love that it's just like a pan of concealer like that. I feel like it's going to get really dirty. But you know, you could always like sterilize it with a little bit of like an alcohol spray or something. I don't know if you can tell, but like you can kind of see it's got that like emollient-y kind of texture on the top. Really interesting. I do like that there's a little mirror in there so like you can see how it's going. Okay, next we're going to go in with some powder. And the powder I've been using recently is this one from Nude by Nature. Now this powder has a lot more of a yellowy undertone. This foundation is kind of more of a neutral undertone, whereas I am a more like yellow toned person. I like to set my under eyes especially with this yellow toned powder and then just kind of like bronze the rest of my face. That way my face is like set and like, you know, it's going to stay matte and stuff, but it also adds a little bit of like yellowy warmth back to my foundation. This isn't the most like full coverage powder ever. Like I'm sure you could wear this as like just a loose foundation powder. Personally, that's not enough coverage for me, but like I'm sure if you were into a lighter coverage, it would work. But I prefer this just to like add a little more coverage to the face, but also to add a little bit more of like a yellowy warmth, because that's going to suit my like colouring on the rest of my body better. The bronzer that I've been using is actually one that I'm not sure if I've used on camera a lot, and this one is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder, and yes, I have already hit pan in it. Sorry, excuse me. My upcoming project pan is going to be so incredible, you guys. I have been going through a crazy amount of product in the past 2 months, especially just because I've been doing my own makeup, but doing other people's makeups as well on a night out. So like, it's just been a very busy time for my makeup collection, and so a lot of product is getting tried and tested and used up. The brush that I'm using for this bronzer is another one from Real Techniques. I would tell you what it's called, but there is no longer any name on the brush, which is one flaw, I guess, about Real Techniques brushes, is that like eventually the brush names rub off. But yeah, I'm just kind of pressing this into the perimeters of the face. As you can tell, it just adds a little bit more warmth. Now you could go in with a really big fluffy brush and really go ham with the bronzer to make the whole face a little bit more bronze. Like if I'm going out on like a night out, I sometimes do use like a really big brush and like almost set the face with a bit of bronzer, because this bronzer isn't too dark for me, and it just kind of gives a little bit more of a glow everywhere. So I do like doing that on like a more night out kind of look, but just for like an everyday, I like a smaller brush like this, and it just kind of hugs the cheek really nicely, and then you can just add that warmth in the places where you kind of like bronzer with, like bronze/contour with. This bronzer I'm a big fan of. The only thing that I have to say that's negative about this bronzer is I have been getting an extreme amount of hard pan in this. Right now I don't have any, but like if I do this, immediately that's hard pan. Like if I'm like rubbing to get like a swatch or something, it immediately gets hard pan. So what I've been doing is I literally just scratch the pan with my finger and then like get a little pile of bronzer and kind of use it as a loose bronzer, which isn't that big of a deal because like, you know, I'm a big fan of using a loose bronzer anyway, and it kind of helps being able to pick up more product from the pan because it comes up more easily because it is quite hard pressed. The product's quite hard pressed into the compact. But yeah, I just feel like it's a little bit difficult to get out of the pan initially because it is so hard pressed, but then it is quite easy to get hard pan with this. But it is still a really good bronzer though. Like, don't get me wrong, this bronzer for the price point, it's so affordable, it works so well, and it just like it, I can tell why this bronzer is so popular. It's popular for a reason, because it just works. I'm also going to bronze the nose a little bit, well, kind of contour it. I'm just going to use this Morphe E62 brush. I'm going to go along the tip of the nose just to shorten the nose, and then I'm going to go down each side of the nose just to give it a little bit more shape and also keep it warm. You know, I'm not the king of nose contour. I really wish I was, because like that would probably make a big difference to my makeup look, but it is what it is. Oh, while I'm here actually, I'll take a little bit of this bronzer on the crease of the eye, just a little bit of warmth. This isn't really going to get in the way of the main feature, which is going to be the Fenty duo that I'm going to use, but you know, I always like a little bit of bronzer through the crease, just adds a little something that I always go back to. Nice. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the actual feature product of today's video, which is this Fenty duo that I use all the time. It's literally like one of my most used little duos in my collection. This is from Fenty Beauty, and this is a Kilowatt Foil in the shade Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. So Mimosa Sunrise is the orangey yellowy side, and then Sangria Sunset is the pinky side. I'm going to be using both of these shades today, and I'll use it on this brush. Actually, should I go in with the cheek first? No, I'll do the eyes first and we'll do the cheek after. Thinking, should I go pink and then yellow, or pink and then yellow? I think 2 tones. I'm going to go with this pink shade and take it just on the outer corner of the eye. It's really like pretty to have both of these colors separately, but they also work really well together. So when these 2 colors blend together in the middle, I think it's going to look really cute. This is my favorite brush for the eyes from Real Techniques. This is called I think it's called the Base Shadow Brush. It's just a really easy, kind of shorter, but also domed, fluffy blending brush. And I really like the shape. It's just like one that I go back to over and over again, because you can kind of place down product with the brush, because it is like still got a bit of like density to it, but also it's fluffy at the dome, so you can really fluff out an eye really easily and make a really nice diffused shadow look without having to grab for another brush or like having to pick up product from the same color on a different brush. So yeah, that is the pink done. Love the way that's looking. And then I'm going to go in with another brush. And this one's a tapered blending brush. And this one is just like a little tapered blending brush. And this one is from Nude by Nature. I'm going to grab the orangey shade and I'm going to pack this at the front of the eye. And then they're going to meet in the middle. As you can see, I'm kind of packing it on a little bit more strongly. I am mixing this over the center of the eye. So where the two colors meet, there will be like a little bit of mixing. And the color when these two combine is also really pretty. And I did a whole video previously, just kind of inspired by what these two colors look like once combined. I'm using the like fluffy end of the brush. It's kind of got like a detailed tapered tip. I'm just using that to kind of blend the shadow out. It's not the most effective blending brush, but like, you know, I'll just carefully do it and it'll get the job done. Kind of like that. So this is an eye look that I have worn so many times because it's really fun and colorful, but also really simple. Like this is something you could do like even with your fingers on the train on your way to a destination. Like it's a really fun, like quick, easy, colorful look. Now I'm going to go in with some blush and I'm going to again use these same colors so that the cheeks match the eyes. What brushes should I use for blush? Okay, this is my plan. So I'm going to take the pink on the cheeks as a blush using the, what are you called? Angled blush brush. This is again from Nude by Nature. And I'm just going to pop in only to the pink side. And then I'm going to take this along the cheekbones kind of lightly. And I can always build it up. I don't want to overdo it and go really, really dark at first, just because this is a very pigmented product, as you can tell by the way it looks on the eyes. So I don't want to overdo it or make it feel too much because I can't take it away as easily as I can place more on. And I'm kind of using the brush very close to the face so that I have a lot more control. This is more like fluffy, loose, buffed. This is more like control. And I want it to be placed very specifically in this kind of C cheek shape area. So that's why I'm kind of going in, holding the brush closer to the bristles. I just like the control of that better. I'm going to do the same on the other side. At first I kind of work my way up the brush a little bit, just so I have a little bit more space away from the bristles so I can kind of fluff it out over the general area a little bit more widely, dispersing the product. And then as I'm getting more focused, I come and work my way down the brush. So you're coming from up here, coming down the brush, so it's a little bit more of a specific placement. And that way I can kind of make sure that I'm getting the product into places that I may have missed when I was doing a more fluffy, dispersed kind of grip. This way I can kind of make sure I'm getting into all the spots, especially at the side of the face, that I might not have got the first time. So that's about how much blush I want to do. Actually, let's do a little more. Also, if you're wondering, I always use my Fenty products and try and avoid the FB for the Fenty Beauty logo. I always try and do like the little dabbing down here instead of destroying the Fenty Beauty logo. I probably will hit pan in these products before I destroy the FB logo, just because I love the like pan embossing so much, and if I can avoid destroying it, I will. Okay. That's about how much I want, and what I'm going to do now is just blend it a little more with the face brush that I used to set my face with earlier, just so that it's nicely diffused and there's no harsh lines and it's not like patchy kind of thing. Next I'm going to go in with the orangey shade, so I'm going to take this contour brush from Real Techniques and dab it into the I'm going to dab it into the orange shade, and this is going to be the highlight. It's going to be more of a blushy highlight, so I'm just going to tap it on at first, so that I get the product down initially. This is going to like also add to the blush, so I may add an additional highlight on the top, but I'm trying to separate these two colors by having it pink on the bottom and orange on the top with blend in the middle. So as I mentioned, these colors are really fun when blended together, and I think they're really flattering when blended together. I'll show you a little swatch. So obviously this is what they look like separately. It was a really dodgy swatch, but you got the vibes, you know. And then if I combine them, I'll just go in with one finger. They kind of look like this, right? Like a really nice kind of rusty, terracotta-y, not really terracotta-y, but it gives me the vibe. And I think this was the blush that I find in my collection is like the matte equivalent of these two shades combined. Yep, definitely. So this is Pinch Me from MAC, and this is these two shades combined. So that Pinch Me shade is a matte blush from MAC's Sheer Tone Blush Formula. And I feel like this is the combination of these two, and I think it's a really, really pretty shade. So if you want a similar look of what it looks like when they're combined, and you're not a fan of like the crazier bold colors, I do recommend Pinch Me from MAC, because it's the blush that I reach for all the time, and it is in a really nice like matte shade. Yes, my pajamas are from Victoria's Secret. I ordered them online because they don't always have stock of the like pink striped pajamas in Australian Victoria's Secret stores. Also, there aren't that many Victoria's Secret stores in Australia anymore. But you can get them in store, you get them online. Actually, maybe I did get these in store. Don't quote me on that. I feel like I got these in store, but then I got a long sleeve version online as well. Okay, so as you can tell, I've quite like separately got the pink going on underneath here, and I've got the orange going higher up. Sorry, I blinded you with the compact. So I'm just gonna blend this up. Do I tie my PJs in the front? Because I would always do that too. I don't personally, just because I do think it looks really cute, like just like plain buttoned down. But I do think it's cute though. Like, I don't do it a lot personally, but I do think it's cute. Actually, I want to do a little bit of blush on the forehead, just like the tiniest amount. I feel like it gives like a little sun kiss or something. So I'm just gonna take a small amount, and as you can tell, with that same kind of technique, closer for more intensity, further away for a little bit more of like a blended vibe. Different, like, it's just like varying levels of control of the brush and like control of the bristles and stuff. So that's what I would do for the blush on the forehead, just a little pinky vibe. I don't know if you can tell, but in real life it's like very obvious. And then I'm going to go orange up here, because I'm going for like the orange to be like the shape of a highlight, and so I would typically highlight up here with highlighter. There we go. Now, I feel like the orange on the cheeks is a little strong for me, because it's kind of overpowering the blush, particularly on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend with this like brush that I use to set my face. Sorry, the chats keep disappearing. Can I make them up here? Oh, here we go. The robe in the back is from Meshki. I don't know if they still sell it. But I do have a video up on all my robes, because I have like a lot of robes. I wear them all the time, and so I have a whole robe collection up if you want to go check that out. Or if you're interested in like the pajamas that I'm wearing, I have a whole pajama like set collection video about all the different pajama sets I have. Okay, now that that's that, I'm just going to go in with the blush brush, just to bring a little bit more pink to the front, because I feel like I don't want to like cover it too much with the orange. I want it to be pink, you know, pink, orange, pink vibes. Let's take a little bit on the nose, and then I might take a little bit of the orange down the nose as well, because usually I'd blush over the nose, just kind of like loosely, and then I would typically like highlight just down the tip, and so I kind of tried to replicate that with the orange. Okay, that's kind of cute. Let's do a bit of eyeliner, and like, I wish I could do something with my hair that wasn't so flat. It's okay, it's wash day. What are you guys getting up to? I have cheer practice later. I'm really excited. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys about this. So, you know how I'm only doing one cheer team this year? I get like FOMO that I'm not on the team that I used to be on. And so I think I'm going to go to FOMO tryouts this weekend. I'm not going to vlog it because there's literally no space on my phone. So I haven't been like filming videos that aren't lives recently, because I just don't have the space on my phone. But I will be going to FOMO tryouts. I'll probably be joining the ECA team again, because it's just so much fun, and like it's a really good team. You progress really quickly because you're like training so much all the time. And I just miss it. I miss my friends on that team, and I miss the vibe. If I don't end up doing it this year, it'll only be because it might be too much for my schedule. But otherwise, I'm probably gonna do it. And I'm gonna take some friends with me to join as well, because I reckon they'll have fun as well. My live, with my lives, most of them are still visible on my YouTube channel after I've filmed them. So all of my most recent videos are all live. So if you do want to see this video after I've live streamed it, it's still available to watch on my YouTube channel, because I don't take them down. After you do a live stream video on YouTube, you have the option to leave it up or take it down, and I just leave all of mine up. And I feel like that's a lot easier for me than like filming YouTube videos, because there's no space on my phone to do YouTube videos. So I pretty much can only do lives at the moment. By the way, if you're wondering what eyeliner I'm using, this is the Colourpop BFF liquid liner, and I'm a big fan of the brush tip. I feel like this eyeliner stays on really long. This is probably my longest wearing eyeliner. One time I wore this eyeliner for 3 days straight. Now I wouldn't recommend doing that. I was having a big time, but it did last. So it is good eyeliner. It does stay in place. If you don't rub it, it will stay. And I also, like, I showered in those 3 days. It's not like I was just, like, sitting around not showering. But, like, I didn't have time to put on new eyeliner, so I just washed the rest of my face. And I didn't scrub my eyeliner off. My eyeliner stayed because it's that strong. But don't leave your makeup on for 3 days, guys. That was disgusting of me. Like, I really don't rate that for me or for anyone. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, though. Like, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. I'm the one who did it. Okay. Wait, there was a little bit of eyeliner that I just messed up, and I just want to cover it with a bit of eyeshadow. Perfect. Okay, so that's eyeliner done. Let's do a little bit of brows. Also, sorry that there's been like a lot of sound in the background. It's like the middle of the day, so it is what it is. Brows, I've been using the Benefit Brow. It's like a little brow pomade. I really like the packaging. I just feel like it's easy to go. Like, you can be like this, and you pull it out, and the brush is already there, ready for you to use. It's like a designated brush. But yeah, I think I was talking about my empties video. I'm just really excited to film my empties video because there's just so much that I've used up, particularly recently. There are a couple of things that I'm like this far away from using up. Not stuff like this far away. That's like quite a bit to use up still. But like things like this. Let me show you. This is my sister's, but she let me pan it for her because she wasn't going through it. This like highlight, there's just like some crumbles on top, and I'm hoping like maybe I can use that up before it's time for me to film my mid-yearly empties, and so I could show you that if that's used up in time. Like, I'm really hoping I can add little things like that into the video, but we'll see how it goes. I try and like have the cutoff for my mid-yearly empties be July 1st, because that means it's been 6 months of use, you know? All of January through to all of June is 6 whole months. So I try and use up products for 6 months, and then if it doesn't get used up by July 1st, it just goes into the second video of the year, which is so fine. I feel like typically my first video of the year is bigger and like has more empties than my second video of the year. Do you guys feel like that? I feel like it's just because like of the way my makeup rotation works and like that kind of stuff. But, you know, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. It's not a big deal. It's just like interesting to notice like my using habits and stuff. Okay, so what I've been doing recently is I've been filling in my brows like usual. And then what I like to do is use a brow pomade. Now, I know that's not for everyone, but it's really been for me recently. I was like really going through a period of not using brow pomades. And now I'm obsessed with brow pomades, and I feel like they just make such a like big difference to the look. I'm sorry I can't do an outfit of the day. I'm like literally just sitting here in my pajamas. But I went through all the pieces at the beginning of the video of the live. But yeah, I'm wearing my jacket is a robe, like a sleeping jacket from Peter Alexander's Sesame Street collaboration they did like when I was in high school, like years ago. My pajamas are the short sleeve heritage stripe pajamas from Victoria's Secret. And that's it. I'm not dressed for the day. The day will happen later. I go to cheer practice tonight, so it's probably going to be some sort of sweaty workout gear. Actually, I am wearing socks, which I'll show you. They're also new from Peter Alexander, from the most recent Sesame Street collaboration. They're so cute. Let me show you. They're like Big Bird socks. It's like my feet are Big Bird's feet. And they're stripy. Aren't they so cute? I love them so much because the pink bits are like fluffy, just like Big Bird's actual feet are. I just think they're so fun. But yeah, they're just like my furry, fluffy bed socks. They're really comfy. What did I want to do next? Oh, mascara, for sure. Not that one. This one. This is a really nice mascara. It's called Heroin Make Volume and Curl Mascara Advanced Film. I'm a big fan. I've been using this one heaps recently, and I feel like it's one of the best mascaras I've ever used. So I'm just gonna do my lashes with this. I should have curled my lashes. I never curl my lashes. I'm so bad at it. Like, I'm so bad at remembering to do it. But the thing is, this mascara is so good. Like, it curls the lashes upwards anyway, so I don't really feel like I need it. But then when I do use a lash curler, I feel like it makes such a difference. So, I don't know. What was I talking about earlier? Going back to cheer. Yeah, I'm really excited to go back to cheer. I just missed it so much, and like I feel like I'm so fit when I'm at cheer because it's full outs all the time. You're just constantly doing such like a high strenuous level of activity. It's so much fun to push yourself, learn new things. I'm addicted to cheer. The whole first 6 months of the year I've had like the biggest FOMO. But I like knew I couldn't do it because obviously I've had all these like placements and I couldn't commit to the team. But like, oh, did miss it. Also, guys, I want to show you my new water bottle. My new water bottle is from, like, it's like a hydro flask, but it's pink. And I had this attached to it, which my friend Emma made for me. I think I've shown this on this channel before. Can't remember. Anyway, it's so cute. It says Emily. Wait, it's backwards because, yeah. It says Emily. It's so cute. And it has, like, little Hello Kitties on it because I'm obsessed with Hello Kitty. So I'm not going to really show you guys. But, like, these little hanging pieces, they're, like, little different Hello Kitties. And she's so cute. Anyway, let's have a drink. Cheers! Loves it. Okay, let's do a little bit of setting spray. The setting spray I've been using recently is a really nice dewy one from L'Oreal. It's called the Shake and Glow Spray Illuminator Luminous Setting Spray. So this is the setting spray. But you can see what I mean with this look being a really easy way to be colourful on the go. What I used to do is, like, in my everyday makeup bag before COVID, when I could still do my makeup on the train, I used to do my makeup on the train, pack foundation, concealer, powder, bronzer, and like my eye stuff, you know, like the brow stuff, the eye stuff, like the eyeliner and stuff, and then just bring this with me, and I'd go about my life having like this really fun, colourful look. There's so many ways to wear this because you can wear this with like, you know, just the orange, you can wear just the pink, you can combine them to make a combined shade, or you can do this where you have like the pink outside, the yellow inside with the two things going on the cheeks. They do have like a luminous glow, as you can see, so it does add like a highlight while also being like a blush. It's kind of like a blush topper highlight combo vibe. It's just a really fun jewel product, and I've been enjoying it for ages, and it matches my socks, so. Oh my gosh, I feel so like coordinated because my eye makeup matches my socks. This is gonna be my thumbnail. Okay, that was a great thumbnail. Yeah, loves it. What was the last thing I wanted to do? Oh, a lip, of course. Oh my gosh, I have a thumbnail without a lip now. Silly, goofy business. Okay, the lip that I want to use. Now, I'm like not too sure. Should we go with the classic Fenty Glow? This is not mine. Is it? Did I go for a full-size Fenty Glow? No, this must be my sister's Fenty Glow. That's hers. I have a full-size Fenty Glow because I had a mini like that, but then I used it up. I don't like sharing lip gloss with people. I just think it's like kind of gross. This is my Fenty Glow. See, I told you I had a big size. That was my sister's mini size. The baby and the mummy. Anyway, Fenty Glow. I feel like a lot of different lip glosses would have worked with this, but Fenty Glow I kind of feel like is the like darker, but also like the lip gloss version of this shade, if that makes sense. If these two shades combined, they'd be perfect. They'd be Fenty Glow. Actually, Fenty Glow also reminds me a little bit of Ruby Riches in a way. Oh, whatever. I'm going Fenty Glow with this look today. It's the original. It's the universal classic, you know? Nothing beats Fenty Glow. It's the OG that started all the Fenty Gloss Bomb craze. Okay. That's the finished makeup look. Now I should take a... No, I need to do my hair. That's what I need to do. My hair is so flat right now. We should do some dry shampoo. Here we go. It's turning into a hair get ready with me as well. So here's how I do dry shampoo. I literally get my like flat boring hair. Also, look how long my roots are. I'm going to definitely re-bleach them soon because I just love the look of like, pretend it was like that, like freshly bleached hair is like my fave. And so I do like that until it's a little bit white looking. Like that's a bit too white looking, but like, you know how it's looking a little frosty over there? Just do it until it's a little bit frosty looking. And typically I would go in kind of like the center where my part line is, so it's not too greasy in the part line. And then I also cut away and do on each side. So I do one like maybe here, like that, and then I do one on the other side. I don't do underneath my hair because no one's going to see there and I have to wash it out anyway and just like, oh, it's a waste of time. So I do the sides for volume because it kind of unflattens my hair a bit. And then I do the top so it doesn't look like greasy or dirty or anything. Not that my hair is particularly dirty. I just like haven't washed it in a bit because I'm saving it for a cheer training to wash after it's all like sweaty and disgusting, obviously. No one washes their hair every day. Let me read some of the chats. I hate that like they disappear. Because I'm trying to read them. What's a piece in your bedroom that you why can't I read? What's a piece in your bedroom that you love the most to show off? Oh, there's so much stuff I love. Like behind me, like literally all my Bratz dolls. I know that a lot of people on my channel are just here for like more like makeup or fashion related content, but like I'm really passionate about my dolls, so I'm really like proud of them. But I know that not everyone loves them. Maybe my like my scene doll right there, she is so gorgeous. She's probably the most expensive doll in my collection. That's why she's like up here. She's my pride and joy, and I just think she's so stunning. So maybe her. That's like not sentimental stuff. There's some sentimental stuff in my room that like is definitely my pride and joy, but it's more because it's like meaningful to me. I don't know, like some things that were gifted to me by family members that I'm looking at, like special jewelry pieces or special like I don't know, like birthday gifts and stuff that are special to me. Okay. Sorry that someone's using a leaf blower in the middle of my live. Guys, I'm doing a live stream. That's right. They got to do their job. I don't actually care. Anyway, okay, now is the completed look. See how my hair just looks like fluffier and less trash. It's got a little bit of like life and dimension. Okay, this is the completed look. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Here's my thumbnail so I can match my socks. Wait, I should get it all together. This is literally how I do my thumbnails. Usually I click ding and it goes 1, 2, 3 ding, but today I'm just gonna do it on live because I'm lazy. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Maybe that'll be the thumbnail, maybe it won't be. If you want to find more of me, you can find me on my Instagram at EmilyTitch20. You can find me on Visco, MySpace, Tumblr, Twitter, all the places. I'm Emily Titch or EmilyTitch20 everywhere, TikTok, all the stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye.